Welcome to the Cavalier Sports Report. I'm your host, Kel Dansby. Today we're here with head coach Aubree Brattin of the women's softball team here at Johnson County. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so first question, how did being an assistant last year help you prepare for this year and being a head coach?
It helped me prepare just being behind the scenes, seeing the way things were run here. I played for Kelly before this, before I was her assistant, and so being able to play for her, kind of knowing her expectations for the girls, and then getting to coach behind her. I just got to learn a lot and see how the administrative side of things ran, as well as the way things ran on the field. I think coming in this year, I was a lot more prepared. I knew half the team already. I knew how to run a successful program, and I think it prepared me a lot. So,
was there anything that you had to do specifically to kind of get that transition going from, last year to this year, kind of your expectations as a head coach, like the little things that you had to change?
Yeah, my mentality as a coach is a lot different than Kelly's was last year and when I played for her. I'm a lot more laid back. The way she did things worked, but so far the way that I'm doing them, things work. So I basically laid down a whole new line of rules in the way that I wanted to run this program and the way I wanted my girls to act on the field and off the field. And a lot of those things changed from last year to this year. My relationships with the girls that I had built last year had to completely change. I couldn't be the assistant that everyone could come to and be their friend and talk about, things that they might not come to the head coach for. I had to kind of reverse my roles and be the leader as opposed to being the coach that kind of sat back and wasn't in that lead position all the time. So
it's like good cop, bad cop type.
Exactly.
So who's your good cop now? Like, who do they run and tell? They're like, Coach is crazy.
Both my assistants, I think now, Coach Sam Fleeman and my second assistant, Taylor Rich, are both kind of the good cops now, I guess you could say.
All right, so like you said, you played here and you played catcher. How does being a catcher, kind of natural leadership position on the field, how does that kind of translate to you being a coach?
I think catching is one of the main positions on the field that you have to know what everyone is doing at all times. I mean, I'm the one person on the field that can see the entire team. I know how to communicate with a pitching staff. I know what the outfielders should be doing at all times. I know what the middle ends, the corners should be doing at all times in all situations. And, for other positions, that's not a requirement. But as a catcher, I had to know those things. And, I think it prepared me well. I mean, I know how to run a team. I know how to be in that leadership role and excel in it because I was a catcher and because I had to basically lead a team on the field, maybe not from a coaching position, but from a playing position. So.
And it's all turning out great so far this year, 25-6, 12-2 in the division. What's your goals for the season, like end of season in general, for this to be a successful season? What are your goals?
Well, as far as success goes for me, I don't see success as wins. I mean, obviously we want to win and we want to be number one at the end of the year. We want to get to a national championship. We want to have, we want to win conference. We want to win our regional. Those are all goals that we have, but the number of wins that we have is not what's going to determine whether or not we're successful. If we come out and we play at our level at all times and we play at a high level, then win or lose, I think that we are successful on the field. And that's something that I always reinforce to the girls, that, you come out, you play your game, you hit the ball well, you play solid defense, regardless of the score at the end, you're successful if you do those things. So I think sticking with that mentality has really, made a difference this year.
Definitely has.
Yeah.
So one thing that people kind of look at weird sometimes is age. I personally coached before being young myself, and you, of course, are young. What are some of the benefits of being a young coach that you can kind of see that kind of helps you coaching-wise?
I think that the girls can relate to me a little better. They know what I've done in my career, and my career wasn't 10 years ago. It was, just a couple years ago. I played here and was successful here. I got to a national championship my sophomore year when I was here, and so they know I know what it takes to get to that level at the community college level as well as at a Division II level. I also got to a national championship at Emporia State when I went there. So I know what it takes to build success and to succeed at two different levels. I also played in the pro leagues just 2 summers ago. So that was my last experience playing, and not being far out from being on the field and playing. The girls see that and they trust what I say, and they know that I know the new techniques, I guess, that softball has brought and its development in the past 5 years, which it has developed a lot. And obviously I bring some old school things from coaches like Kelly or Coach Frank Barnes, who I played for my freshman year I was here, but bringing a new look to our level, I think it helps the girls trust what I say and relate to what I say and how I run things. So
definitely.
Yeah.
So going forward, where do you see the program going? You've been so kind of entrenched here at Johnson County. Playing here, national champion, going to the nationals, and then now coaching here, getting success in your first year. Where do you see the future of the program going?
The program has been successful for many years now, and I think in our conference it's been successful, and at the national level, I only see that continuing with me being here. I know that in the past, the different coaching styles, the team has been a little bit more intense, a little bit more, I guess, hated throughout our conference, not just because we were successful, but maybe the way that the team presented themselves on the field. And my mentality, something that I would like to see change, obviously I don't want that success to change. I want us to continue to be successful and be a feared opponent in our conference and in the nation. But I would like us to be more respected, to have better sportsmanship on the field, to kind of kill our opponents with kindness rather than, that in-your-face attitude. Yeah, yeah. So that's something I'd like to see change. But as far as success, I see us continuing that tradition and building on it and hopefully bringing a national championship to Johnson County eventually. So.
Oh, I definitely see it in the cards. But before we let you go out of here, I've asked you some personal questions. People out there kind of get to know you. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is actually Moulin Rouge. I'm a musical kind of person. I know that's kind of weird, but.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
Yep.
Childhood crush. It has to be embarrassing. That's the rule. It has to be embarrassing.
I don't know who my childhood crush was.
Secretly, someone told me it was one of the Hanson boys. This is what I've heard.
Yes, I did like Hanson when I was younger. That was my first concert I ever went to, and I guess that would be one of my childhood crushes. Taylor was the one that I liked. So.
Okay. Favorite fast food?
I'm not a big fast food fan, but probably some kind of sub, Subway, Firehouse Sub, Good Sense, something like that.
Okay, that's a good choice. Favorite sport outside of softball?
I love basketball. When I was at Emporia, I lived with two women's basketball players, and so I've kind of learned to love that. Although I cannot play it, I'm terrible, but I love to watch it and, kind of keep track of that kind of stuff. So.
Oh, sounds cool.
Yeah.
Well, you've done a great job with the program here.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today.
Everyone
out there, thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you catch the rest of the Cavalier Sports Reports on the Johnson County Athletics YouTube page. And until next time, I'm gone. All right, good.
Thanks. Great.